I'm riding in the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride on September 27 to raise money for prostate cancer and men's mental health. Prostate cancer is thought of as an older man's disease, and it is. Our father was diagnosed with prostate cancer earlier this year, but so is my brother Toby, who's only in his 40s. So today, I'm going to do a motorcycle drive-by to talk to Toby about his battle to overcome prostate cancer. So how did you get diagnosed? How did you find out you had prostate cancer?
A friend of mine who'd gone through something very similar just suggested that to all his friends, go and get tested, get the biopsy.
And were they surprised? Because you guys are under 50.
Correct.
So that's unusual or not unusual?
It's not as unusual as you're finding. I think there's more and more people younger who've got it but just don't have any of the symptoms. Right. It was a hard thing to grasp.
Absolutely. And because you were super fit and active and surfing and running and marathons and things and
doing trail runs, 50k trail runs, I was doing triathlons one stage, cycling regularly, running regularly, surfing, doing lots of activity, and now I think I was surfing maybe once or twice a week at the moment, and that's still just trying to get my body back into normal, feeling normal again. You're never told to get checked before you're 50, you should get checked before you're 50, but the symptoms don't occur to you later on in life.
Right. So
there's a good chance that someone young could still have it, but be very unaware that they've got it.
Right. So Jamie saved your life, you reckon?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right. So age and fitness doesn't really affect whether you're going to get prostate cancer or not?
It doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything, does it?
Nope.
And so from the time you found out you had prostate cancer until the operation was like 6-9 months?
Yes.
And that must be hard going through.
That was, yeah.
So what was the hardest part, before the operation or after the operation?
I think the initial couple of weeks after being told.
Right.
The actual trying to let it all sink in and realise what it all meant and exactly what you've got, and trying to work out what your options are back then and what do the options mean.
Yeah. And so how's the recovery been? It's been how long since you've had the operation now? 8 months or so?
7 months since the operation, so it's, almost to the day.
And the recovery's a bitch?
It has been, but it's getting there. It's just slow, and I've got to realise that there is a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. It's just slow.
Yeah. What about the impact on the family? Has it affected, how's your little daughter?
The recovery time and not being able to pick your daughter up, not being able to play with her.
Yep.
That has had a huge impact, even to her. We've noticed a bit of change in her. She sort of shied away from me a bit more and didn't want to interact with me as much because I wasn't as fun.
Yep.
I couldn't do those things we used to do beforehand.
It's hard. Any impact for Linda?
Again, it's not a huge thing because she's had to step up and do so much more. Yeah. She's had to look after me and look after the child as well.
So just lastly, what about any tools, what advice would you give other people who found out they've got prostate cancer? What did you find useful?
The most useful thing that I found was actually a Facebook page, which is the prostate support page.
Right.
There's actually 2 pages. There's one for the partners and one actually for the people going through it. The support page, just asking simple questions about the incontinence that comes from it. How long does that take to come over it?
Yeah.
Little things like that. Erectile dysfunction. Again, it's all these things. Doesn't matter what age you are or how fit you are. Everyone's different, and it all comes back in different rates.
Yep.
So, but it was always nice to hear how other people's stories are going through, what they're doing.
Yep.
And that was a really great help. Advice for people going through it: if you like your beer and your coffee, drink it now, because when you come out the other side, it's not as easy. Yeah. And also get as much sex in as you can prior, because you don't know when it's going to come back.
With your partner?
With your partner? Yes. So yeah, that's been another big thing. You just don't know when it's going to come back. You know it's coming back slowly, but they're all positive things. But other than that, ask as many questions as you can to as many people as you can. Don't be afraid to ask any question, even if it's the same question over and over again, because it is a very traumatic sort of thing to go through. Yeah. And it's one of the hardest things I've ever gone through.
Thanks, Toad. Good luck with your recovery.
Thank you.
And see you soon.
This is of you on a motorcycle drive by. The cigarette ash flies in your eyes and you don't mind. You smile and say the world it doesn't fit with you. I don't believe you. You're so serene, careening through the universe. Your axis on a tilt. You're guiltless and free. I hope you take a piece of me with you.